A Promise Beneath the Marula Tree, a heartwarming African love story. What if I told you that the strongest love story was never written in a city, but in the quiet fields of a South African village? This is the touching story of Nomsa and Thabo, a young couple whose love grew as faithfully as the crops they planted. Stay until the end to discover the promise that changed their lives forever. Chapter 1. Love in the Village. In a peaceful village nestled among the rolling hills of South Africa lived a young woman named Nomsa and her loving husband, Thabo. They were not rich. They owned no fancy cars or luxurious homes. But they possessed something far more valuable, an unbreakable love for one another. Together, they were farmers. Every morning before the first rays of sunlight reached the earth, they woke up with smiles on their faces. Holding hands, they walked across the dusty village paths toward their fields. Nomsa lovingly cared for the vegetable garden, watering tomatoes, spinach, onions, and pumpkins. Thabo worked tirelessly in the maize fields and looked after their cattle. Although each had different responsibilities, they always worked as one team. Every seed they planted carried hope. Every harvest was a blessing. Chapter 2. Through every season. Life on the farm was not always easy. Some years the rains delayed. The rivers became smaller. The crops struggled under the hot African sun. Many people around them lost hope, but not Nomsa and Thabo. Instead of complaining, they encouraged one another. Whenever Thabo felt discouraged, Nomsa would remind him, "Rain always comes after the dry season." And when Nomsa became worried about the future, Thabo would gently smile and say, "As long as we are together, we will never be poor." Those simple words gave them strength. When the rains finally arrived, they celebrated together, laughing as the first drops soaked the dry soil. To them, every blessing, big or small, was worth celebrating. Chapter 3. The Promise. One beautiful evening, after finishing their work, they sat beneath an old marula tree overlooking their farm. The golden sunset painted the sky with shades of orange and red. The birds slowly returned to their nests. The village became quiet. Thabo looked into Nomsa's eyes and gently held her hands. He smiled and said, "My love, I promise to stand beside you through every season of life. Whether our harvest is plentiful or small, whether life is easy or difficult, I will love you with all my heart." Nomsa's eyes filled with tears of joy. She squeezed his hands and replied, "And I promise to walk beside you through every sunrise and every sunset. Together we will grow old, care for this land, and love each other for the rest of our lives." Under the shade of the marula
Nomsa,
tree,
beneath this
they made a
tree, I
promise
promise
that
to
would
love you
last
forever.
Oh, I promise
Chapter
to,
4.
with all my
A
heart.
lifetime together.
Our love will shine brighter than the
years
sunset.
passed. The little farm slowly grew. The dry seasons came and went. The rainy seasons returned. Children filled their home with laughter. Later, grandchildren ran through the same fields where Nomsa and Thabo had once worked together as newlyweds. The villagers admired them, not because they owned the biggest farm, but because they had the happiest home. Whenever young couples asked them the secret to a successful marriage, they would simply smile and say, "Love is just like farming. It grows when you care for it every single day." Those simple words became known throughout the village. Ending. Many years later, Nomsa and Thabo sat once again beneath the same marula tree where they had made their promise. Their hair had turned gray. Their hands were wrinkled from years of honest work. Yet they still held each other's hands just as they had when they were young. They looked over the fields they had built together and smiled. Their promise had come true. They had grown old together. Not because life had been easy, but because they had chosen each other every single day. And perhaps that is the greatest harvest of all. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who believes in true love. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next story.